the biting wind.
Hear the crunch of snow beneath ancient footsteps.
And witness the desperate hunt for survival. Step back in time to an era of unimaginable hardship.
And breathtaking resilience.
Here, in the planet's most formidable deep freeze, the fire of life was a fragile thing.
Their stories were not of conquest, but of endurance.
And their greatest enemy was the silence. The silence of a world frozen to its core. The cinematic experience will immerse you in the untold stories. Of how life truly endured. They returned not with meat, but with the cold clinging to their bones.
Hope, like their fire, was threatening to die out.
But even in the deepest freeze, in the great deep freeze, hunger was not the only hunter. That echoes through the frozen dark. For in this world, every creature is either predator or prey.
The first warning is often silent.
A simple assessment of strength. Rorik the Elder understood this language well.
The shelter had become a cage.
Their only defense was to build a wall against the coming night.
And the night always comes.
First, a single pair of eyes.
Then more.
Searching for a single crack in the armor of survival.
And when fear takes hold, strength is not enough.
But wisdom is a fire of its own. The oldest and most powerful weapon of all.
The pack retreated, but the lesson was learned.
To stay was to die. The only path to survival was forward, into
There is a courage that is not born of victory, but of having nothing left to lose. They stepped out of the dark into a world of blinding, unforgiving white.
every step was a battle against the cold.
Every breath, a tiny victory against the encroaching frost.
The earth itself had become their enemy.
But the oldest knew its secrets.
A path of near-certain death that was also their only path to life.
Trust was measured in footsteps.
Just as they thought the worst was over, the sky turned against them.
When there is no shelter, community is the only warmth. It seeks out the weakest first.
But in the heart of the mother, a different law was written.
A law that states, we survive together, or we die alone. Through the white darkness, a sign.
A small pocket of stillness in a world of violent motion.
They had not found a home.
They had only earned another sunrise.
But in the heart of the great deep freeze,
One more sunrise was everything. In the depths of despair, survival depends on a single, desperate gamble.
A search, not for a home, but for a mere sign that they were not the last living things in this frozen world. And they found it. A paradox. A river that refused to completely freeze. But life attracts life, and the greatest prize attracts the greatest predator. Here the river was its lair, a cave promising both salvation and doom.
To fight such a beast head-on was suicide. But survival is not always about strength. It is about ingenuity. The plan was desperate. To use the river itself as their weapon. The bait had to be fast and foolishly brave. The final battle for survival had begun. The chase was on!
He led the beast towards a pre-selected patch of thin ice.
Ow! Now! The trap was sprung. The tribe unleashed its final, desperate volley. The river, their salvation, claimed its prize.
The beast was defeated not by muscle, but by mind. Victory was not a roar, but a quiet, collective breath of relief. They had not killed a beast. They had reclaimed life itself.
The faces, once gaunt with hunger, now showed the first signs of recovery.
And with the passing of the Great Shadow,
Came the first light.
the Great Deep Freeze was not over.
But the longest night had passed. They had endured. And in endurance, they had found their victory.